Walk into any Ford or Chevrolet dealership today, and you will be greeted by a temple of glass and chrome. The sales representatives wear smiles as bright as the LED headlights on a 2024 Silverado, promising you a lifestyle of rugged adventure and seamless connectivity. They want you to believe that spending $80,000 on a vehicle is an investment in your future. But if you want to see where the real intelligence lies, you need to turn your back on the showroom floor. Walk past the service desks, through the heavy bay doors, and into the employee parking lot where the master mechanics leave their own rides. You will notice something peculiar, something that defies the logic of the modern consumer economy. There are no high-interest loans sitting in those stalls, and you certainly won't find many trucks built after 2010. Instead, you will see a collection of squared-off silhouettes from the 1990s, trucks that look like they belong in a grainy VHS home movie. This is not a gathering of hipsters or nostalgia-blinded enthusiasts. These are the men who spend 10 hours a day elbow-deep in the failing sensors and shattered plastic of modern engineering. Their choice to drive 30-year-old machines is a silent, calculated protest against a system designed to bankrupt you. The average price of a new full-size pickup truck has surged past $65,000, with top-tier models easily breaking the $100,000 barrier. That is a staggering amount of money for a tool that begins losing value the moment you turn the key. But the price tag is only the first layer of the trap. We are living in an era where the concept of ownership is being systematically dismantled by the very companies we once trusted. When you buy a modern truck, you are no longer buying a machine. You are leasing a rolling computer terminal that grants the manufacturer total authority over your life. The modern truck is a masterpiece of corporate surveillance and controlled obsolescence. Manufacturers have realized that selling you a vehicle once every 10 years is a poor business model, compared to charging you every single month for the rest of your life. Features that used to be permanent are now locked behind digital paywalls. Do you want your heated seats to work on a cold morning? That will be $20 a month. Do you want the remote start to function? Better keep your subscription active. The vehicle you supposedly own is tethered to a corporate server by an invisible leash, and they can tug on that leash whenever they please. Over-the-air updates are marketed as a convenience, a way for your truck to get better while you sleep. In reality, these updates allow companies to change the behavior of your engine, throttle response, or cabin features without your consent. They collect every byte of data your driving generates, from your average speed to the locations you visit, and they sell that data to insurance companies to justify raising your premiums. The truck has become a spy in your driveway, and the mechanics know it. They see the check engine lights that require proprietary software just to diagnose, and they see the reduced power modes that turn a powerful machine into a useless brick because a single cheap sensor failed. This is why the exit strategy for the informed buyer involves looking backward to a time when engineering was honest. Between 1990 and 2000, there was a golden window where manufacturing technology was precise, but the digital rot had not yet set in. These trucks were built to be serviced by the man who owned them, not by a technician with a $5,000 laptop and a subscription to a corporate database. To the mechanics, these older trucks represent the last stand of the independent driver. They are seeking mechanical purity in a world of digital serfdom. Consider the 9th-generation Ford F-150, produced from 1992 to 1996. In the world of truck enthusiasts, this is known as the old body style, or OBS. It is a machine stripped of all pretension, built with thick steel body panels that don't crumple like soda cans. It sits on a traditional ladder frame, a design so robust it could probably survive a direct hit from a meteor. There are no touchscreens to fail, no haptic feedback buttons that stop working when it gets cold, and no cameras watching your eyes to make sure you are paying attention. The crown jewel of this Ford era is the 4.9-liter inline-six engine. This engine is a legend among those who value longevity over vanity. It does not use a timing belt or a timing chain, which are common points of failure in modern overhead cam engines. Instead, it utilizes gear-driven timing, meaning the engine's internal synchronization is handled by heavy-duty metal gears that are essentially immortal. This engine was designed for industrial use, found in wood chippers and airport tugs, and when you put it in a pickup truck, it becomes a tool that can easily see 500,000 miles with basic care. When a modern truck breaks, you are often at the mercy of the dealership's schedule and their exorbitant labor rates. When an OBS Ford has an issue, you can usually fix it in your driveway with a basic set of wrenches and $20 worth of parts from the local shop. There is a profound sense of peace that comes with knowing every bolt on your vehicle. You aren't just a passenger in a corporate ecosystem. You are the master of your machine. This is the ultimate form of financial protection, as it removes the unknown variable from your monthly budget. If the Ford is the rugged workhorse, the late 1980s to mid-1990s Toyota pickup is the unkillable survivor. Before the Tacoma nameplate was even a thought, these compact trucks were earning a reputation for being the most durable vehicles on the planet. They are small, light, and deceptively simple. While a modern truck is packed with thousands of feet of wiring and hundreds of fragile connectors, the Toyota is a masterclass in minimalism. It was built for the world's harshest environments, from the deserts of the Middle East to the jungles of Southeast Asia. The heart of this legend is the 22RE four-cylinder engine. It uses a straightforward mechanical fuel injection system that is as reliable as a sunrise. There are no complicated emissions control systems that will put the truck into a limp mode because a liquid urea sensor got dusty. As long as you give it oil and coolant, it will keep turning. These trucks don't care about your software updates or your data privacy. They only care about getting you from point A to point B, even if point B is on the other side of a mountain range. Of course, these Toyotas have one Achilles heel, and that is rust. Because the mechanical components are so over-engineered, the bodies often rot away long before the engines give up. For the savvy buyer, finding one of these from a dry climate like Arizona or California is like finding a bar of gold buried in the sand. You might pay $10,000 for a clean example today, which sounds expensive for a 30-year-old truck. But compare that to the $75,000 you would spend on a new Tacoma. You are saving $65,000 up front and avoiding a decade of interest payments. For those who need to do serious work, like hauling heavy trailers or moving equipment, the mechanics look toward the 3/4-ton and 1-ton Dodge Rams from 1994 to 1998. Specifically, they are hunting for the 5.9-liter 12-valve Cummins diesel engine. In the world of diesel performance, this engine is the holy grail. It is equipped with the Bosch P7100 mechanical injection pump, a piece of engineering so reliable it is often referred to as the million-mile pump. Unlike a modern common rail diesel engine, which operates under extreme pressures and is controlled by a complex electronic control unit, the 12-valve Cummins is almost entirely mechanical. It only requires a single wire to run, which serves the fuel shutoff solenoid. If you had to, you could start this truck and drive it across the country without a battery or an alternator once the engine is spinning. It is a pure analog beast that provides immense torque without the ticking time bomb nature of modern high-pressure fuel systems and diesel particulate filters. The modern diesel owner lives in constant fear of a $5,000 repair bill for an exhaust after-treatment system or a failed fuel pump that sends metal shards through the entire engine. The 12-valve owner lives in a different reality. They understand that their truck is an asset, not a liability. It is a machine that will hold its value, or even appreciate, while the modern luxury trucks go through a rapid depreciation curve that leaves their owners underwater on their loans. The mechanics know that the best way to grow your wealth is to stop leaking money into a depreciating asset that you don't even truly control. We have to ask ourselves why the industry moved away from these reliable designs. The answer is simple: profit. A truck that lasts 30 years is a disaster for a publicly traded corporation that needs to show growth every quarter. They need you to trade in your vehicle every 3 to 5 years. They achieve this by making new trucks too complex for the average person to repair and by making them feel dated through software-driven features. They have traded durability for gadgets and long-term value for short-term wow factors. They are the villains in this story, and the uninformed consumer is the victim. The financial reality of driving an older, reliable truck is life-changing. If you opt for a well-maintained 1990s pickup, you can likely buy it in cash for the price of a down payment on a new one. This eliminates a monthly payment of $800 to $1,200. Over 5 years, that is $60,000 that stays in your pocket instead of going to a bank. When you add in the lower insurance costs, and the fact that you can perform your own maintenance, the total savings can easily exceed $100,000 over a decade. That is the price of a house in many parts of the country. Choosing an analog truck is a philosophical decision. It is a declaration that you value your autonomy and your hard-earned money more than the status symbol of a new license plate. It is about reclaiming the right to repair what you own and refusing to be a data point in a corporate spreadsheet. The mechanics aren't driving these trucks because they can't afford new ones. They are driving them because they are the only ones who truly understand the cost of a new truck. They see the check engine lights in their dreams, and they want no part of it when they punch out for the day. If you are tired of being treated like a subscriber instead of an owner, it is time to change your strategy. Start looking for these specific models before the rest of the world catches on and prices them out of reach. Look for the Ford with the straight 6, the Toyota with the 22RE, or the Dodge with the 12-valve Cummins. Invest a little bit of time into learning how to use a wrench, and you will find that you no longer fear the mechanic S-bill or the bank S repossession notice. You will be driving a machine that belongs to you and only you. Thank you for spending your time with me today to look behind the curtain of the automotive industry. If you found this perspective valuable and want to learn more about how to navigate a world designed to drain your bank account, please subscribe to the channel. We will continue to explore the truths that corporations would rather keep hidden.